All right, good morning, day 78, and we're selling options for income. We're selling crypto options for income, mainly because I love the crypto industry and I'm invested in crypto and I want to be able to earn an income inside of crypto without bringing in more fiat. The other reason is because crypto options, I believe, can be a lot more volatile, so therefore they can be a lot more profitable when we're selling them. So we are going to show you where we're at so far. You're going to take a look at our account. We're going to take a look at our positions, and we're going to consider selling some more options while we're on camera and attempt to be able to essentially make some more money. Remember, our goals would be able to make $1,000 a month. We are using the Derive platform. This is not sponsored content. If you want to check out Derive, I'll put a link in the description. It is an affiliate link. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We'll come here to home. This is everything that we have in Derive. By the way, they have a new UI, but we'll come to positions. And we can see that our actual collateral value is 20,890. Our account value is 20,565. We focus on the collateral value. Once all of our options expire, this is what we'll have in our account. Everything so far is looking good. There's one here that's in the red, but it's a September 27th option on Ethereum with a 2,000 strike. If we go there, let's go to put. It's got a 13 delta, which means it's pretty good. We don't worry till we get about a 30 delta, and then we don't worry. We just adjust. We just adjust it. The market's down about 5%. So typically speaking, when the market's down that much, I'm going to be looking at selling more options. Here's the thing. We have buying power available. So we have $4,629 available that we can use as collateral to sell options against it. However, a couple things to pay attention to. This week, the Fed Reserve in the U.S. is meeting, and most people are predicting that there's going to be some Fed cuts. Fed set to cut to enter new era with first rate cut in 4 years. There's a 60% chance that people are betting essentially that it's going to be a 50% basis point cut, 40% that it's a 25% basis point cut. Overall, most likely the Fed's going to cut rates. If that happens, typically the stock market and the crypto market goes up. Now, the challenge is there's a lot of banks around the world going to be meeting. And this could be a big day for markets if they all cut rates, which, by the way, side note, I'm not a fan of them cutting rates. I know that goes against most people's logic. I think inflation's still out of control. I think they're better off to just at least hold the rates or whatever. That's me personally. I know it's not good for the markets, but I think it's good for individuals long term in the market. That's a whole other conversation for another day. However, they don't care about my philosophical logic on economics, and most likely Fed banks around the world, including Brazil, Bank of England, Norway, South Africa, all of them are most likely going to make rate cuts. However, if a couple don't, particularly the Bank of Japan, which meets on Friday, if for any reason the Bank of Japan doesn't cut rates, or God forbid they happen to raise rates a little bit, and there's several reasons why they could do that. That could cause a lot of volatility in the market. That could potentially see massive moves down, even if everybody else cuts their rate. So what I'm getting at is I see a lot of volatility. The market's going to be a bit unpredictable. So it makes me a little bit nervous about using up my buying power because I might need that to help adjust some of these positions here that could get into trouble. And if you want to see how the rate cuts affect my positions, then continue to subscribe to the channel and follow me on this journey. However, since we're down 5%, there's a couple things that I'm looking at. If I come to options, I want to know, can I get below 2,000? Because for a lot of traders, that's a psychological benchmark. So I feel like I'm going to be a little bit safe if I can sell an option below 2,000. So let's go here. Let's go to, there's nothing here that I can sell. It's a 3 delta, but remember, I'm trying to get 1%. So if we go to the 27th, we can get 6 delta. That's not quite 1% per week. I could take it. Let's see what else we have. So essentially this is 1 week out, not quite, but 1 week out, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out. So we're looking right around that 3% mark. 7 delta on an $1,800 strike. That right there's 3%. Okay, I'll take it. Let's do this. I think the market's most likely to go up, so we're already down 5%. So let's see what we can do here. Do we do 6? Wait a minute. Let me back up. So 1 needs 300 margin. That's definitely going to be 3% on our margin. That's what we're always trying to get. I mean, 1% per week on our margin. 3 weeks out, that's 3% on our margin. Let's flip our calculator. 61 minus 6, 55 divided by 14. Okay, it's not quite. Oh, it's almost 4% still. Okay, so we can do that. It just dropped a little bit, but that's okay. We'll take this one. 10 point. We're still at a 7 delta. So we just made $60 just then. Use up some of our buying power. Go back to positions. So we've increased our collateral. We made $60 in additional collateral right there because we sold those options. And here they are. Now we get to watch this position. I do have $2,800 in buying power. I'm probably not going to use up any more buying power. My gut tells me I'm just going to watch the market the rest of the week and plan to sell options probably on Friday or sometime after the Bank of England makes their rate cuts or makes their rate cut decisions. We'll just have to wait and see what happens overall. Now, maybe if the market skyrockets this week, if that happens, and Ethereum goes up 5, 10%, something like that, 20% over a couple of days, just maybe I'll sell some calls at that point. We'll have to wait and see what happens, because then even if the Bank of England does something extraordinary, if the Bank of England does what everyone expects, the market's not going to move a whole lot. If the Bank of England does something counterintuitive and Bank of Japan, sorry, if the Bank of Japan cuts rates, then it won't matter because I'll be selling calls at that point. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. All right, stay tuned for more. I'm selling options live. You can follow my journey. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. This isn't one of those YouTube channels where I'm talking about what could have, should have happened in the market if you would have done this, if you'd have followed that indicator. I'm doing it transparent. I'm doing it on camera. Every month I recap what I've earned or what I've lost, and I'm doing it right here with my real account for you to be able to watch. And if you can appreciate that, do me a favor and smash that like button. Thank you so much. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.